And let me just take out the screen protector on this and show you guys how it looks. And there you go, we've started the phone. And I'll also take the one on the rear. So yeah, so one of the things that you can see on the phone right now is the fact that there is a lot of fingerprints that it is attracting. So now I'll just keep this aside and I'll show you what else you get inside the box. Inside the box, of course, the reviewers edition, like I said, doesn't come with a case, but you get this quick start guide and this, of course, safety instruction manual. And then you get a charging brick inside the box. This brick is actually a 10-watt charger. It's not the quick charge 4.0 charger or even the quick charge 3.0 charger, which actually supports speeds of up to, the quick charge 4.0 supports speeds of up to 18 watt. That's not available inside the box. Now Xiaomi of course makes quick charge 4.0 chargers, but they are not available in India at the moment. You will have to find one for yourself until Xiaomi actually releases one, but you do get quick charge 3.0 on me.com. And apart from that, you also get for the very first time a USB Type-C cable, guys. Of course on a Redmi device, that is. So that is definitely an advantage. So what we'll do right now after this unboxing is done, this is what you get inside the retail box. Apart from this, inside the retail box you also get the case which Xiaomi promised at the launch. Let's get down to our first impressions of the phone. I really want to talk about the cameras first, because that one was a doozy. The Redmi Note 7 Pro, like I said before, comes with a Sony IMX586 48 megapixel sensor on the rear and not the Samsung GM1 sensor that you get on the Redmi Note 7 China variant. This sensor was also present on the Honor View 20, which by the way is a much more expensive phone. This high resolution sensor uses pixel binning to take 12 megapixel shots in 1.6 micron pixel size. And you can take full resolution 48MP shots using the Pro mode as well. This obviously means that you will have to be okay with larger size pictures. Oh, also there is a secondary 5 megapixel sensor for depth sensing and great portrait shots. And on the front you get a 13 megapixel selfie camera. Take a look at the camera samples for yourself. Initial impressions are extremely positive. You can see an incredible amount of details with some good color processing too. But you guys must wait for a full review and camera comparisons before making that purchase decision. That the Redmi Note 7 Pro is a looker is a given. And the best part is, if you find the gradient colorways like the Nebula Red and the Nebula Blue a little too flashy for your taste, you can always go for the classy yet understated black one. The phone is made entirely of glass with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the rear. Interestingly, this version of glass used on the Note 7 Pro is thicker by 14% compared to other phones that use the Gorilla Glass 5 solution. Forget all the bend tests. If you use it carefully, the phone can actually withstand a drop from a 1 meter height for at least 14 times before breaking. Or at least that's what Corning seems to claim. The most important thing about the design is the P2i coating that helps with the splash proofing. In fact, I saw Redmi Note 7 Pro at a closed door briefing which was taken apart. And there is a rubber coating around all the ports and the cameras. Even more interesting was the size of the Sony IMX586 sensor. It was much bigger than a regular 13 megapixel sensor. The phone is on the heavier side though at 185 grams. Furthermore, the SIM card tray is a hybrid one. Overall, the Note 7 Pro's move from the outdated metal design to this exciting glass panel is definitely a good move by Xiaomi. And thank heavens we finally have a USB Type-C port now. And yeah, the headphone jack and infrared port are there too. As for the display, you get a 6.3-inch LTPS IPS LCD panel. It looks crisp is all I can say for now, and the dot notch is definitely not obtrusive. The bezels around the display are pretty slim too, but you get a fairly large bezel at the bottom, which is actually larger than on the phones like the Honor 8X or the Samsung Galaxy M20. Another new addition that caught me by surprise was the addition of the Snapdragon 675 chipset inside the Redmi Note 7 Pro. This is a powerful mid-range chip and we saw incredible performance on the Vivo V11 Pro as well. The reason why Xiaomi couldn't use a Snapdragon 710 is because it doesn't support such a high resolution camera. Regardless, the newer Cryo cores definitely make the Snapdragon 675 a formidable chipset. My grouse is actually with Qualcomm's naming scheme instead. Anyway, here are the Antutu and GFX numbers from our initial testing. Of course, we're going to test it slightly more rigorously for our full review. The Redmi Note 7 Pro also comes in two variants, one with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, and another one with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And powering all of this is a fairly large 5000 mAh battery. And obviously, the Redmi Note 7 Pro is also running the latest MIUI 10 based on Android Pie. One of the questions that must be in everyone's minds is, does the Redmi Note 7 Pro support Widevine L1 certification? And yes, it does. Apart from this, for people who are interested in using the Google Camera API with the Redmi Note 7 Pro, you will be happy to know that Camera 2 API is also enabled on the phone. So those were my first impressions of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7 Pro. Looking at its price tag of Rs 13,999 and the specs that it offers, the Redmi Note 7 Pro seems like a absolute buy even before I review the phone. Having said that, I'm definitely going to review the phone and compare it to its peers and probably even some more expensive flagships, because Xiaomi went on stage and did that, where it compared the IMX586 against the iPhone XS Max. We will definitely test out that tall claim as well. But my initial impressions of the Redmi Note 7 Pro after using it for a little while is one that makes me question the need for a flagship phone if you get all of these features inside a mid-ranger. So that's it from me. Don't forget to ask your questions in the comment section below and we'll try to get them answered, and of course wait for more content on Mr. Phone. Until next time, this is Aishar from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye.